Hello, fellow fur lovers. This is Sarah, and I am here to talk about my past experiences with purchasing hamsters when I was young, and my opinion on whether or not chain pet stores should sell hamsters. Okay, so where do I start? When I was 12 years old, I wanted a hamster because I felt like I was old enough to handle that responsibility and that I would take very good care of a hamster because I'd been wanting one since I was about 10. Yeah, I was about 10. And so I asked my mom for a hamster and she said yes. It was my Christmas present that year. And so first of all, I stayed home from school that day. I know I was a bad kid. And my mom, we woke up, kind of late, probably like 10, 11 in the morning. And we actually picked up my friend from school, my best friend, Danielle. And we told her, oh, we're gonna go get my hamster. And she's like so excited for me. Her and I have this thing where when we get a new animal, we have to go with each other. If, say, I wanted to get another ferret and my friend can't come with me, I don't get one. I wait until we can set up a day where we can go and get the animal together. It's just what we do. It's our friendship. It's weird. Anyway, so I got my first hamster and I took very good care of him. I fed him every day like I should. I got him a huge cage. It was like this big. I remember it took up like more than half of my 6-foot long dresser. So it was big. I mean, sorry, not 6 foot long. Probably about like 4 to 5 feet long dresser. I don't remember exactly how big it was, but it was humongous. So he was spoiled. And I changed a cage every week. Like, yeah, that's how much I changed a cage when I was a kid. Filled his water bottle, took him out, played with him in his ball. He was my little buddy. I named him Hype. Don't ask me why. I was a kid. I was 12. So he was my little buddy, my little best friend. I loved him so much. And he lived for roughly 2.5, almost 3 years. I got him when I was 12 and he passed on when I was 14. Yeah, when I was 14. So when he passed on, I was so heartbroken. How he passed on is he became so constipated, and remember, I was only 14, I didn't know any better. He became constipated and his stomach was hard as a brick, and he couldn't poop, and I didn't notice that he couldn't poop. And I looked everything up of what was wrong with him and why his stomach was hard, and I found out that it's because of constipation, and he just couldn't pass any gas, he couldn't pass poop, and he just ate and ate and ate and ate like hamsters do. They're absent-minded, they eat like a dog. And so I was actually holding him, and I was holding him close. I was holding him close to my face, and he passed away in my hands. So that was like one of the most heartbreaking things that I went through as a kid. But you learn from these things and you grow and you go on to do better the next time, So he passed away and I was so heartbroken, and being only 14, I wanted another hamster, and I didn't want a golden hamster, and that's what he was. He was a golden hamster. I didn't want a golden hamster because I wanted something different, because I had him for 2 years, 2.5 years, almost 3. I was like almost 15 years old. So I asked my mom, I said, can we look at different pet stores? And I only went to main chain pet stores. I won't say their names because copyright and all that. But, so we go to one pet store and they had nothing but golden hamsters. So I asked my mom, can we go to the other pet store, which was like a mile or 2 away? And she was like, sure. So at that pet store, I bought food, I bought bedding, I bought a new water bottle, new food bowl. Like, I spoiled this hamster too. Bought all that, or I should say my mom bought all that. And then we went to the other pet store, and I picked out this adorable black bear hamster that was like maybe not even 2 months old. Let me say I regretted that really fast. Because, okay, first of all, I didn't know any better. Second of all, I wanted something different, and it was the only black bear hamsters they had were babies. I didn't want to get a baby because I knew from my friend's experience that babies are not nice. They are not socialized enough to be owned by anybody. They require a lot of work. You don't just get a nice hamster like that. You have to socialize them just like any animal. Cat, dog, parrot, whatever. So I got this hamster, and I had him for about roughly a day and a half, and I decided that it was okay to, you know, pet him, not hold him, because I know about hamsters socializing. So, you know, I was petting him, and I don't know what I did. I did something wrong, and he shot up the tube of the cage, would not come out, and was making this really weird noise at me. I can't imitate the noise, but it was very strange. It sounded like almost demonic. Like, I didn't know what the noise was. I think it was hissing. I don't know. I've never heard a hamster make this noise before. So I left him alone. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And then a few more days go by. I tried to do it again. He did the same thing. I'm like, I'm not even a threat to you. I don't bring my cat in my room because you're here. It's your new surroundings. I'm thinking, what is wrong? Why are you not bonding with me? Like, I love you. Why don't you love me? Like, love me. I love you. I'm sorry. And he just wouldn't click. So, you know, I felt bad for him because he was in the cage for so long, and I didn't want to, you know, keep him in there. So I attempted to scoop. Like, I opened the cage, I had his ball right here, like, pressed to, my dresser was about waist height, and I pressed myself against my stomach against the cage, had the ball right here, and my plan was to scoop him up and put him in there as soon as possible, just so that way he could get some exercise, run around, get his energy out, because I let my hamster out hype every single day to run his ball for like 2 hours. He was my buddy, like I said. So I named him Bear too, the little black one, I named him Bear. I go to take Bear out, put him in there, and he bit this part of my hand. That hurt so bad. And so I didn't freak out because I've been bit by a hamster before. And I'm like, okay. I picked him up, I put him back in. I'm like, I'm sorry. Close the cage, I'll leave him alone. And then my grandma wanted to see him because she likes hamsters. She wanted to see him. And I said, okay. So I scoop him up, I put him in the ball as soon as possible. I'm like, okay, here, you can hold him in this, don't take him out. She's like, why? I said, because he'll bite you. Don't take him out. She said, okay. And I can't remember why, but for some reason she wanted me to take him out to show her him, like on my hand. And I put some winter gloves on, and I scooped him up, and I grabbed him and I put him in my hands, and she was petting him gently, and he flipped out, bit the tip of her finger, and she didn't know how to react, and she accidentally flung him off, and he landed on the floor. Thank God, he didn't hit the wall or anything. We were in the middle of the living room on the couch, so he hit the floor. I made sure he was okay. I put him back in the ball. And my mom was at work. Yeah, my mom was at work at the time. My grandma was over visiting. And I told my mom when she got home from work, I said, Mom, tomorrow can we please take Bear back to the pet store because this is not working out, and we need to tell them that these hamsters are way too young to be adopted out because they don't know what the heck is going on. They want their mother. They're not old enough to be away from their mother, obviously, because he was not even eating the hamster food. He was just drinking water. So it was as if he wasn't even weaned off his mother yet, either. So, yeah. Anyway, to get to the point, from my experience, I really don't think that, you know, main chain pet stores or even mom and pop pet stores should not sell hamsters if they are not socialized, if they are not weaned, and if they are not larger than the palm of your hand. Because if you're selling a hamster or any animal to a child or a teenager that, you know, obviously is getting this small animal to gain some experience of owning animals, do not sell them an animal that's going to, you know, bite them and hurt them and, you know, scare them away from loving someone other than a human. And I just really don't think that pet store thought that through. Like, that was a good idea to sell tiny baby hamsters that aren't even ready to be away from their mother. I think it was idiotic of them. But I don't think that any pet store should do that, because just like, imagine if your cat had kittens or your dog had puppies. Would you take a 2-week-old kitten that does not have its eyes open, because at the stage they don't, and give it to somebody without its mother's milk, without the warmth and comfort of its mother? No, you wouldn't. So why would you do it to another animal? Why would you do it to a hamster? Why would you do it to a guinea pig? Why would you do it to a ferret? Whatever. Like, I don't understand that. But anyway, I took Bear back, and I went to the pet store I was at before, and I got another golden hamster that was mature. I believe he was maybe 4 to 5 months old. I don't remember how old he was, but he actually ended up living for 3 years because I knew about the constipation thing. I knew that could happen. So I took caution of that, and I gave him spinach, I gave him carrots, I gave him strawberries, I gave him grapes, I gave him, you know, like fruits and veggies with my second hamster because I knew the consequences of the constipation. I didn't want that to happen to him. So, yeah, that's my experience with getting a baby hamster from Main Chain Pet Store. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down, whatever. I'm just making videos to put information out there to better educate people about animals in general. But if you did like this video, you can subscribe if you want. You can share this video. You can do whatever you want. I hope you have a good day and all is good in your life.